Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. And in today's recipe, we're gonna make slow cooker Doritos tacos casserole. So all you need is you just need some chicken breast. You need a half a packet of ranch seasoning mix, 1 thing of fajita seasoning mix. You need your olive oil cooking spray, 2 cans of cream of chicken soup, 1 can of rotel, and some cheese. So the first thing I went ahead and did was I went ahead and sprayed my slow cooker. Then I put the chicken in my slow cooker. Then I added the seasoning packets. So now we're gonna go ahead and we're adding the we're adding 2 cans of cream of chicken. Now, I know this is gonna sound crazy, but the cream of chicken is gonna add flavor, okay? Now, something I'm going to do, because I think it's a little easier, is I'm gonna spread this throughout my chicken tenderloins, and I usually don't do that. So we're gonna cook this on high for 3 to 4 hours until this chicken is nice and tender. Now, if you have the time, you can cook this on low for 6 hours, but I apparently don't have the time to do that, and I don't want to be eating dinner at 8 o'clock at night. I just don't have time for it. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this in the slow cooker, both of them, and then we'll worry about spreading them. So with this one, again, what I can do is I can just probably just even do this. Even just do that, and then put it in there. Now this is gonna add great flavor to your slow cooker. If you want to, you can add, like, if you wanna even make this even, now this is not, I don't think, now, I'm just gonna tell you this. I don't think this is meant to be a creamy dish, okay? It's gonna be creamy a little bit, but I don't think it's meant to be like that, okay? We're gonna go ahead and spread this all over the chicken, okay? So the cream of chicken soup, now we're gonna add cheese to it. You're gonna kind of think this is like my mozzarella chicken, crock pot bake. But it's really, if you want to think of that, then go ahead. But honestly, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's not. This is a very different kind of recipe than what you think of, okay? Now, because this has flavor, I'm gonna, okay? But this is the point where you need to make sure that your chicken is well seasoned, okay? Now, I'm gonna add some cheese and a can of rotel. Okay, so now is the point where we want to make sure that this is all covered. So if you have to take some from the sides, go ahead and do that. But you want to make sure this whole thing is covered, okay? Now that that's done, I'm going to add 1 can of rotel. Now the same thing applies. You want to make sure this is all over your chicken, okay? This is going to be your liquid that goes into your slow cooker, okay? This is gonna add liquid. And again, you wanna make sure you spread this evenly, because as I always say, you wanna make sure you season every layer of your dish, and you wanna make sure your dish has flavor. And the only way that's gonna happen is that if you make sure that you take your time with your crock pot meal. Okay, so this is almost done. We're getting there, okay? Now we're gonna add 1 cup of shredded cheese. Now this, you want to make sure you take your time with this too, because if you just pour it on there, then it's not, obviously, it's still going to taste good, but you need to take your time with this, people. All right, so I'm going to just put this on top of my dish. Now, I know it doesn't look like a lot of cheese right now, but I will probably add more cheese later to the slow cooker. This is just to get it started. Okay? Now, this is like I said in the beginning of the video, this is a taco bake, okay? A taco bake. So it has all the ingredients that you would think of in a taco, but we're just using a different ingredient, which is cream of chicken. Because when I make tacos, I usually don't do cream of chicken in my tacos. I usually do salsa verde. Or when I make like my slow cooker fajitas, I don't add salsa verde, I add peppers and onions. So this is what your crock pot should look like. And it's a little heavy, but you know, I'm used to it. So this is what your crock pot should look like. See, all the ingredients are in there. And you can see that I covered that crock pot so good with that cheese. Look at that. That looks so good. Okay. So now, let's go ahead and continue with our recipe. I'm going to discard this bowl, because now it's at the point where we go ahead and just pop the lid on and get this going, because this has to cook for a while, for a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to go ahead and we're going to cover this up. Lid on. Put it in our base. Go ahead and plug it in. And we're going to turn this to high for 4 hours. For, let's see, what's the recipe say? Because I got to read this. It says to cook on high, 3 to 4 hours on high. So, yep. So cook on high for 4 hours, and then we will come back and we'll show you what this meal looks like. We will be shredding the chicken. So at the 4 hour mark, I will come back in here and I will check on our chicken. But we'll have to see. All right. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this recipe. I'll be back later to show you what it looks like. Bye. Log on. Peace out. Boom. Okay. Bye, guys.